Okay, today's challenge in this 99 E150 Ford E150 is the air intermittent runs through the dashboard ducts, and then it'll drop to the defrost ducts, and then sometimes it'll drop to the wherever. It just keeps changing around. Now there's another video where they talk about it. A common problem when you're driving down the road and accelerating, it drops to the defrost, you decelerate, and I may have some insight into that. So I'm going to go ahead and run through the process here just because, and at this moment I do not know the complete fix, although I'm pretty dang sure I do. I'll show you what I found. This has only got 80,000 miles on it now. It had 76,000 when I got it in 2020, so no, 2018, so roughly 20-year-old van. Okay, so 2019, low mileage. So some of the videos address bypassing this vacuum system, which I don't like that idea. I'll tell you why. This is the vacuum line. It runs from the manifold, comes up here, runs down the side over here, goes to the back, and they're making all kinds of weird little bypasses. They run a bypass through here into some vacuum gizmos and whatever up into here. But this line comes down and it operates this. This is a vacuum line. It operates this. Basically, this is what would be the on a Chevy would be the outside inside or air door. There's no vacuum coming to this. I got vacuum out there. I checked vacuum at that red hose. Nothing. But this line comes down through this little actuator gizmo box here. So what I don't like, so I'm thinking there's something in that little box that's not opening up. It's got an electric wire to it. That's some kind of a switch. If I bypass this thing and run vacuum to whatever part it is that they're running it to make the air come out the vents, I haven't seen them run it through the whole thing. Does the defrost going to work now, or do they just bypass all that together and now you have air out the vents, you have no defrost? So I was looking at that. On the Chevy, it's the defrost actuator, excuse me, the blend door actuator, which sits up in there. Of course you can't see it because it's right here. So in a Chevy, this would probably be the issue. I pulled this out of there, manually turned with a little screwdriver, manually flipped that door that's inside here, and that's actually the blend door for the hot and cool air. So in the Chevy, that operates the air to the ducts and the defrost. So pulled that out of there, flipped the door while it was running, no difference. Plugged this thing in and ran it, and it works just fine. It turns back and forth, has no effect. So then luckily in one of the videos there, they show this line going up to the top up here. Here's where it gets weird. And the questions, one of the questions gets answered. You got this access panel here. So I popped this access panel off of here. And this is basically what it looks like in his picture. Sort of. Oh, look at this. It doesn't look right. And wait a minute. What the heck? That doesn't look right. I got a little vacuum actuator right here. That's just sitting up here. It's not attached to anything. There's no hook, not hooked to anything. I go down here and there's a little broken white piece. That's always not a good sign. And looky here, what do we have here? We've got another blend door. Guess what? This is the one that controls the air from the defrost to the panel vents. Prove that. Right now, sorry about that. I got air blowing up here. Flip it forward, I got air come out the panel like it belongs. Well, just look at this. You're driving along, you accelerate, boop, thing pops here, now it goes to defrost. If that's the repair, the problem everybody's reporting, well, this could be the reason for that. This little guy, he's got a mount on there somehow, so it gets a hold of that. I'm wondering if I plug it in, what's going to happen. Why on earth was it sitting there unhooked? Okay, fine, you stay there. Can we do this so you can see? I haven't done this yet, so I don't know what's going to happen. Actually, there's no vacuum there. So what would I be doing? I would be moving the control that says AC, normal AC, off, floor mix, defrost. I got nothing, it's doing nothing. I got no vacuum there. It's missing the screws. I don't know what's going on. Somebody else had this problem already and somebody took it off and just left it off. It was not a very nice thing to do. I don't see any screws down there. So I still got a problem because I have no vacuum here no matter what I'm doing. I have vacuum there, a little bit of vacuum. Let's monkey with the controls. No, not getting anything. Maybe that one down there. What does that one do? Nothing on that. Alright, I got nothing coming out of there either. So what I got is a vacuum system problem because neither one of those vacuum powered, well, there's three of them now. I got three vacuum powered actuators that are not functioning. This should be sucking on in there, control that when you operate it. So alright, so I'm going to need some troubleshooting. I'm going to have to get in the manual and see if it addresses that. But you know what? For the time being, the issue I had, there's no air out the panel vents and it's summertime, and I'm just going to tie this sucker off to this little post for the time being, which effectively would almost may indeed have the same effect as the other guys rerouting all this tubing if they have bypassed the controls where now they don't get any defrost because it's not operating all the equipment here without going through that switch. So for now, that's what I'm going to do. I'll have air to the panels, which is what I need right now. I need the cold air, and then I will research this and find out why I don't have any vacuum. I got a feeling it's in that little switch thing in the right side there. I'm going to have to figure out what the heck that is, what it's called, where I can get one, and I'll be back on this one. So for now, problem solved. We got air coming through the panel. That'll do. Oh, and just as a final thing, I'm going to show you what I did. I just went and found a screw to go into that tower, which I'm going to have to find a couple of screws since they're missing anyway. But it's not the right one, but it was just something to stick in there. I put a tie wrap around it. That'll keep that blend door right where it belongs. It's amazing that this thing worked at all, but I guess I never really tried to switch between the two of them until it failed. So it wasn't like, oh, everything worked fine, and all of a sudden it didn't, because obvious, since I've had this is the way it's been. I'm going to leave that in there so I don't lose it, and do some research. And okay, just wanted to finish up on that. There's it goes. Now I got air out the panel vents, which is where I need it for air conditioning, and and it comes to defrost. If it was really bad, I can open that up, clip that, and I can just manually flip this thing over. The blend door's working, so the heat will come out the front. But I don't foresee having to do that here in Florida in the summertime, so. Alright, that's it. Good luck. Save you some time, hopefully.